Any biological phenomenon or a process, how much ever complex, can be understood in terms of few underlying principles. These principles provide a conceptual framework towards understanding the phenomenon that we are interested in. It is worth taking an example of cancer here. Cancer is a complex disease. There is no single cause for this disease. There are no simple answers to questions like why do cancer cells keep proliferating? How do they overcome the process of programmed cell death, which normally serves as a barrier to unlimited growth? How does it evade programmed cell death? The genetic basis for different cancers could be different. Yet, all cancers can be understood in terms of some underlying principles. Hanahan and Weinberg in the year 2000 published an article titled Hallmarks of Cancer, and this article appeared in the journal Cell, in which they discussed the following hallmarks or underlying principles. No matter whatever the tissue that the cancer originates in, all cancers have the hallmarks listed in this slide. They are self sufficiency in growth signals, insensitivity to anti growth signals, tissue invasion and metastasis, limitless replicative potential, sustained angiogenesis, and evasion of apoptosis. Based on further advancement in the field, the authors added four new hallmarks. They are avoiding immune destruction, tumor promoting inflammation, deregulation of cellular energetics, and genomic instability and mutations. These papers are a must read for all students of cancer biology. On similar lines, Carlos Lopez-Otten and colleagues described hallmarks of aging, which are listed in this slide. They are genomic instability, telomere attrition, epigenetic alterations, loss of proteostasis, deregulated nutrient sensing, mitochondrial dysfunction, cellular senescence, stem cell exhaustion, and altered intercellular communication. At this juncture, it is tempting to discuss an interesting point in relation to cancer and aging that may be very confusing or paradoxical. We have discussed earlier that aging is a progressive disease characterized by wear and tear of bodily systems and functional deteriorations of cells and tissues that happens progressively over time. It also reduces reproductive potential. Therefore, aging appears to be associated with lack of fitness. On the other hand, cancer is characterized by uncontrolled proliferation of cells. The oncogenic transformation disregards the normal process of programmed cell death. The cancer cells are also equipped with alternative growth promoting pathways and frequently escape actions of anti-cancer drugs. Thus, cancer appears to be associated with gain of fitness. Although one must accept that cancer is bound to cause morbidity and mortality in the host. But from the point of view of the hyperproliferating cells, cancer seems to bring in gain of fitness. So, are aging and cancer opposing forces? But then, how about the following argument? Aging means progressive deterioration of structure and function of cells. That will lead to accumulation of cellular damage. Some of these cellular damages may provide growth advantage to the cells harboring these damages. In this context, the ones that affect the DNA, such as lesions in the DNA or mutations, are particularly noteworthy. Loss of cellular function may lead to compromised capacity to repair DNA damage or correct the mutations that arise during the process of replication. Now, what if there are mutations in tumor suppressor genes? They are going to provide growth advantage and increase the chances of development of cancer. What we have now is another kind of relationship between aging and cancer. Aging leading to compromised structural and functional integrity, that leading to cellular damages, including DNA damage and mutations, which in turn leads to development of cancer. This brings us to the opposite question. Are aging and cancer the two faces of the same coin? And the question appears to be a bit paradoxical because how do we reconcile with the idea that aging, which entails loss of fitness and compromised structural and functional integrity, should be a part of a scheme that also involves cancer, which is an apparent gain of fitness characterized by uncontrolled proliferation of cells? Well, here is an important piece of information. Several pathological conditions associated with aging indeed involve enhanced proliferation, such as inflammation or atherosclerosis. However, we are not going to discuss that aspect as of now. See you in the next part with some discussion on genomic instability.